Hi gorgeous ones, welcome back once again to Shelter in the Storm with A Course in Miracles lesson 111. Apologies for the late uploads, we've had a bit of trouble with the sound on the computer, but it's all fixed, so we're catching up. Thank you for bearing with us. Okay, I'm pretty sure we're up to the end of part 4 in chapter 7, Healing as the Recognition of Truth. All abilities should therefore be given over to the Holy Spirit, who understands how to use them properly. He uses them only for healing, because he knows you only as whole. By healing, you learn of wholeness, and by learning of wholeness, you learn to remember God. You have forgotten him, but the Holy Spirit understands that your forgetting must be translated into a way of remembering. The ego's goal is as unified as the Holy Spirit's, and it is because of this that their goals can never be reconciled in any way or to any extent. The ego always seeks to divide and separate. The Holy Spirit always seeks to unify and heal. As you heal, you are healed, because the Holy Spirit sees no order of difficulty in healing. Healing is the way to undo the belief in differences, being the only way of perceiving the sonship as one. This perception is therefore in accord with the laws of God, even in a state of mind that is out of accord with His. The strength of right perception is so great that it brings the mind into accord with His, because it serves His voice, which is in all of you. To think you can oppose the will of God is a real delusion. The ego believes that it can, and that it can offer you its own will as a gift. You do not want it. It is not a gift. It is nothing at all. God has given you a gift that you both have and are. And when you do not use it, you forget that you have it. By not remembering it, you do not know what you are. Healing, then, is a way of approaching knowledge by thinking in accordance with the laws of God and recognizing their universality. Without this recognition, you have made the laws meaningless to you. Yet the laws are not meaningless, since all meaning is contained by them and in them. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, because that is where the laws of God operate truly, and they can operate only truly because they are the laws of truth. But seek this only, because you can find nothing else. There is nothing else. God is all in a very literal sense. All being is in Him, who is all being. You are therefore in Him, since your being is His. Healing is a way of forgetting the sense of danger the ego has induced in you by not recognizing its existence in your brother. This strengthens the Holy Spirit in both of you, because it is a refusal to acknowledge fear. Love needs only this invitation. It comes freely to all the sonship, being what the sonship is. By your awakening to it, you are merely forgetting what you are not. This enables you to remember what you are if I have repeated that page of text, it's definitely worth repeating anyway, that one. What do you think? Let's move forward now for our lesson. And we're in another review period for lesson 111. So we've just got a couple of pages of introduction to read for review 3. Our next review begins today. We will review 2 recent lessons every day for 10 successive days of practicing. We will observe a special format for these practice periods that you are urged to follow as closely as you can. We understand, of course, that it may be impossible for you to undertake what is suggested here as optimal each day and every hour of the day. Learning will not be hampered when you miss a practice period, because it is impossible at the appointed time. Nor is it necessary that you make excessive efforts to be sure that you catch up in terms of numbers. Rituals are not our aim and would defeat our goal. But learning will be hampered when you skip a practice period because you are unwilling to devote the time to it that you are asked to give. Do not deceive yourself in this. Unwillingness can be most carefully concealed behind a cloak of situations you cannot control. Learn to distinguish situations that are poorly suited to your practicing from those that you establish to uphold a camouflage for your unwillingness. Those practice periods that you have lost because you did not want to do them, for whatever reason, should be done as soon as you have changed your mind about your goal. You are unwilling to cooperate in practicing salvation only if it interferes with goals you hold more dear. When you withdraw the value given them, allow your practice periods to be replacements for your litanies to them. They gave you nothing, but your practicing can offer everything to you. And so accept their offering and be at peace. The format you should use for these reviews is this. Devote 5 minutes twice a day, or longer if you would prefer it, to considering the thoughts that are assigned. Read over the ideas and comments that are written down for each day's exercise, and then begin to think about them, while letting your mind relate them to your needs, your seeming problems, and all your concerns. Place the ideas within your mind, and let it use them as it chooses. Give it faith that it will use them wisely, being helped in its decisions by the one who gave the thoughts to you. What can you trust but what is in your mind? Have faith in these reviews. The means the Holy Spirit uses will not fail. The wisdom of your mind will come to your assistance. Give direction at the outset, then lean back in quiet faith, and let the mind employ the thoughts you gave as they were given you for its use. You have been given them in perfect trust, in perfect confidence that you would use them well, in perfect faith that you would see their messages and use them for yourself. Offer them to your mind in that same trust and confidence and faith. It will not fail. It is the Holy Spirit's chosen means for your salvation. Since it has His trust, His means must surely merit yours as well. We emphasize the benefits to you if you devote the first 5 minutes of the day to your reviews. and also give the last 5 minutes of your waking day to them. If this cannot be done, at least try to divide them so you undertake one in the morning and the other in the hour just before you go to sleep. The exercises to be done throughout the day are equally important and perhaps of even greater value. You have been inclined to practice only at appointed times and then go on your way to other things without applying what you learned to them. Excuse me. Where am I up to? As a result, you have gained little reinforcement and have not given your learning a fair chance to prove how great are its potential gifts to you. Here is another chance to use it well. In these reviews, we stress the need to let your learning not lie idly between your longer practice periods. Attempt to give your daily 2 ideas a brief but serious review each hour. Use one on the hour and the other one a half an hour later. You need not give more than just a moment to each one. Repeat it and allow your mind to rest a little time in silence and in peace. Then turn to other things, but try to keep the thought with you and let it serve to help you keep your peace throughout the day as well. If you are shaken, think of it again. These practice periods are planned to help you form the habit of applying what you learn each day to everything you do. Do not repeat the thought and lay it down. Its usefulness is limitless to you, and it is meant to serve you in all ways, all times and places, and whenever you need help of any kind. Try, then, to take it with you in the business of the day and make it holy, worthy of God's Son, acceptable to God and to yourself. Each day's review assignments will conclude with a restatement of the thought to use each hour and the one to be applied on each half hour as well. Forget them not. This second chance with each of these ideas will bring such large advances that we come from these reviews with learning gains so great we will continue on more solid ground, with firmer footsteps and with stronger faith. Do not forget how little you have learned. Do not forget how much you can learn now. Do not forget your Father's need of you. As you review these thoughts He gave to you. Lesson 111 for morning and evening review. Lesson 91. Miracles are seen in light. I cannot see in darkness. Let the light of holiness and truth light up my mind, and let me see the innocence within. Lesson 92. Miracles are seen in light, and light and strength are one. I see through strength, the gift of God to me. My weakness is the dark His gift dispels, by giving me His strength to take its place. And every hour we're to repeat the first lesson, miracles are seen in light. And on the half hour, miracles are seen in light and strength are one. So that's what my phone set to alarm every hour. So then I just check when it's on the half hour, and usually I can get it. Okay guys, so that's lesson 111. for review 3. Let's see what Jesus has to say for comments. Lesson 111, Review 3, Part 1. You are blessed beings. Indeed. I am that one you know as Jesus. It is important for you to focus on the light, not the physical light of the sun necessarily, although it can be used as a metaphor. If you constantly look in the shadows in your physical 3D world, what are you going to see? It is not clear. It is murky. It is not illuminated, and it is not very beautiful. All of you know how wonderful it is when you get up in the morning. It's a sunny day. You can see everything very clearly, and everything seems so much more vibrant. This is true of your spiritual sight and how you observe the world as well. When you watch the news all the time, looking at destruction, starvation, and the environmental degradation, you are looking at shadows. You must look at the light. You feel weak, uninvigorated, and uninspired when you look at the shadows. You need to look at that which is light. People cooperating with each other, beautiful art, beautiful music, communities, gardeners who are vibrantly supply each other with food, that which is love. If you do not regard the other things, then they will fade from your vision. Your vision aligns with what works, that which is healed and happy. When you eat to avoid sickness, we suggest you eat to enhance your health. You look at the shadows the whole time, and your body responds accordingly. When you eat for health, so that you can enjoy yourself, there's no fear in that motivation. You have much better results. Do this with everything you encounter. See the functioning of your body rather than the dysfunction. See the good things about your partner rather than the bad things. See the things you have already learned doing this course rather than focus on what you struggle with. Look toward the light, dear ones. Look toward the light. I am that one you know as Jesus, and we will see you again tomorrow. Namaste, blessed ones.